Okay, welcome back everybody. I'm feeling a little bit better this time. It's still in the morning, so my voice might be a little raspy, but I feel a lot better this time than I did the last video that I did for you guys, where we colored the line art, or at least I showed you guys how to. So I'm going to leave the line art colored for this video just because we'll go over a bit of the idea of this shading technique, and it really is helpful when you do have colored lines. If you have black lines, it doesn't matter as much, but if you have colored lines, this is a nice, easy way to do it. And I'm gonna do this really sloppy, okay? Because I don't even have my tablet with me, and my tablet's put away. Oh, give me a second there. So I'm just gonna, I want to color the shadows in here. So I could go as far as I need to do with that. So I'm gonna go to, we'll expand. See if that, whoa, not that far. That's right. Expand only 1, not 10 pixels. Okay, perfect. This will be good. This will be good. Okay, just give me one quick second. I'm gonna have to do this as if I was doing it. So I'm gonna do it down here, like how I used to do it. But somehow I learned to do it this way, just suddenly. Okay, so we're doing black. That's okay. Okay, so we're doing some shadows here. Yeah, very, very crappy shadows. But we're doing them. Okay, now we get rid of this. Okay, we want it over top of the inking, like that. Nice shadows, huh? You know, this part here, easy to fill in if you really need to. Let's just bring it down a little bit like it would be if it was shadows. So this part here is very easy to fill in if I wanted to. You just take a line, go like that, kind of thing, you know? But when you get to the outside here, it becomes more of an issue, because like if you really look in here, see how there's this little lighter spot right here and little lighter spot along up in here? And you don't want that, right? And like this light spot here, you know? So then you gotta go in and drag your thing along or change the color of the line art, which is what I used to do, to make it darker so it doesn't appear like it looks like this, and it's just not fun, right? But what you can do that is even easier is color outside the lines. Let me see, can I do it? Yep. So here we go. We're coloring outside the lines. There. And notice now how that's not showing up anymore the way it was. It's just this nice, where it's shaded, the line art is automatically shaded with it and everything. And you're gonna say, but Timmy2, that looks ugly, right? That's disgusting. You don't want it like that. And I'm gonna say, true. You don't want it like that. But there's a very quick, very easy way to fix this problem. And I'm going to show you guys how. We're going to be focusing on Nora, I guess, for this. So we're going to take this layer. We're going to drag it above the folder with the character files in it, okay? I'm just going to minimize the thing with the character files just so we don't have a whole bunch of files here to look at. And now, we're going to zoom in because I want you guys to see. We're going to go, and I'm going to show you guys here as well. So here's the files. You can already see I have shadows, actual shadows, and we'll take a look at them in a second. So now we're going to go to clip to layer below, which is this little icon here, but it should say anything to do with clipping to layer below or anything like that. If you move your mouse over different things, it will say different things. You guys can't see it because my thing does not record the pop-ups of things, so that's why I can save a picture and you guys can't see it. That's a different thing. But yeah, so this one here is clip to layer below if you're using Clip Studio Paint. Otherwise, look and see anything you can find that kind of resembles clipping to a layer below or anything like that, clipping to a layer or anything. And so we're just going to click that button here, and magically this part here disappears. Boom. It's gone. All it's being able to do, it will only show anything that is shown already in the layer below. Like if there's something drawn in the layer below, is only where this thing is going to be. And notice how it didn't go to the background, so it's only going to the folder layer here. And so that's why you want to have all your character stuff in the folder. So now say if I wanted to color, we'll get rid of, because I do have the pixels locked there, which I talked about in my last video if you guys didn't see it already. And say I'm going to just take something light and easy to see, and say we're going to add more color. Oh, see? It will still show now. So it still shows this shadow that we put in, where it is. Right? Because I'm still drawing on something that's connected to this layer here. Okay? I'm going to get rid of that because I don't want it. So yeah, you guys can see how that happens. But also notice how nice it is. It goes right to the very edge, right down to the pixel of what's below it. So you're not going to get that ugly looking line that you got to go in and fill and you know, or change the line art color for. No, it changes the line art color for you, for the shade. And then of course you can pick whatever shading you want, whatever color you want, and you can easily do that. If you start out with black, which is what I always do, you can just use the lock pixels and you can change it to whatever color you want. We'll just pick a color here. There. So this way you can still work on something if you need to and have something above it already planned. So you can use this with, like, say you want to put a texture on something and you just put the texture everywhere and then you draw underneath it and you want it to just stick to that object, you can do clip to layer below, and as you're drawing you'll still see that texture happening over top of it. You can do it with, I did it with the background here a little bit. Let me see if I can find one. Okay, so here's an example. I don't know what kind of example it is, but here's an example. So yeah, here I put a texture over top. So then all I did is I locked the pixels here and I could color underneath this texture. But at the same time, I can also color up here without worrying about going outside of these lines. Right down to the pixels. Not going to have any sort of weird, creepy line along the side. It's going to be perfect, crisp. And so that's really cool. I don't know if I have any others. I don't in this picture, but I'm starting to use it a lot more now. So I'm going to get rid of these crappy shadows, and I'm going to show you what it looks like with real shadows. Boom, there we go. So now we're going to take away that ugly looking shadow and we're going to use the real shadows, which I will unclip at first so you guys can see what it looks like. Okay, get rid of this one, pull it up here because it's not even needed. It's hidden. So I'll bring up, these are the shadows that are actually used for this picture. They're not at their correct levels yet, but they're there. And you notice how they're all outside the lines and everything. So then all you gotta do, quite simply, is clip to layer below. Clip to layer below. And because both of them are being clipped to the layer below, they're both, it just skips past all the ones and goes to the next full layer that's not clipping. So even though this one here is above this one here, it's not clipping to this one, it's clipping to this one still. So that's a fun little tip that you guys can use, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope it helps you guys somewhere. And yeah, I don't know any other videos I want to do for art in the future. Just so you guys know, I'm going to be, in 2 weeks, I'm going to be doing another Ren'Py tutorial. A little bit more advanced stuff. I'm gonna just kind of keep it short, just like these ones are. And I'm gonna talk about... I'm not even sure yet, so I don't want to say. I don't want to make any promises. I got several different videos for Ren'Py that I'm gonna probably do over the course of February. And I'm gone during March. I will not be posting any art, gaming, any videos like that during March. I may post some real life ones, but I'm not gonna be posting anything else, no scheduled videos during March. Okay? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you in the next video, whatever that may be. Bye-bye!